Hello YouTube and welcome to GrunfWorks Plays KSP. This is episode 54 and today my plan is to take the SSTO Laythe cargo, that is our base deployer, and ride it all the way to Laythe, hopefully. So let's just put in the time acceleration as it gently approaches the Joule system. 250 days roughly, so it's a long while, but sure, why not? Oh, and Orbital Lab 1 water is running out, and Duna Pioneer Base. Oh, I thought that one was self-sustaining actually. Hold on, let me just check on the life support. Okay, so for the Orbital Lab we have 191 days remaining of water, and for the Duna Pioneer Base we have 336 days of water remaining. Well, I don't see any of those as critical, but, you know, nonetheless, I'm gonna be sending some orbital resupply ships. And for the Kerbal Orbital Lab 1, we can always send the regular one that we have, the Orbital Resupply ship, which I've launched a couple of episodes. So since it's a regular orbital supply mission, I don't think that we should spend too much time on designing a new and exciting craft, you know. This one works, it's good enough, we'll just send it. So, launch. Okay, and we are marking the Kerbal Orbital Lab 1. I'm just gonna wait for another orbit because I do want to launch in the daylight, and also I want to, well, have a good rendezvous, so to say. Okay, slowing time acceleration a little bit. I think this looks rather well. So, let's launch. 3, 2, 1, and go. Ooh. Oh right, I forgot, this is that rocket that usually dances on the start. I should really get that one fixed, you know, because, well, reasons. However, it doesn't matter. Let us just align it towards a 90-degree vector, and the thrust to weight is 1.90, which is good. Let's just rotate it so I have a better view and the control over it. By the way, guys, you're seeing this as 2 times acceleration because, I mean, really no point in frame rate stuff and no point in you guys, you know, watching it 1 time acceleration is too slow. Oh, and there's some space confetti. Fortunately enough, our trusty mainsail works well enough, and I'm just angling the rocket slightly more, pitching up so that we ensure that we have a decent apoapsis. Getting some heating effects due to the speed, but the moment we cross the thicker atmosphere threshold, which I think is around 40-ish, we should be okay. Okay, and our apoapsis is at 100, so I'm just gonna go and circularize there. If we manage to get a decent enough encounter, I might even burn directly, but we'll see how it goes. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, the target is already ahead of us, so I think what we will do a regular circularization followed by a rendezvous. Okay, let's just burn. No point in waiting too long. I mean, and also, as you can see, my maneuver node is a little bit, you know, messed up. I basically don't know where I'm supposed to be burning, but I'm just keeping on orbit prograde and hoping for the best. Add maneuver, and I also try to, you know, extend it. As you can see, my maneuver node doesn't pop up. I blame graphical bug or glitch or something. Okay, so I might as well be taking a look if I can secure a decent enough encounter. You know, you have also seen me doing this like multiple times, so I'm actually considering to skipping some part of that content. Probably run it up to the circularization and then I'll just go towards where I'm actually going towards the rendezvous. Something like that anyway. Okay, come on. Yeah, I think this should be good enough. The moment we come closer to the apoapsis, I'm just accelerating until we come some maybe 40-30 seconds to the apoapsis, and then I'll just gonna burn. Oh, and a little bit later than expected, but doesn't matter. Okay, 136 by 96. Let's decouple the fairing. And I want to be enabling my communitron, which is close to here. Come on. Oh. Okay. Right. Communitron extended. Great. So now we can actually fiddle with the maneuver nodes and hopefully get some decent encounter. I'm actually considering reloading because of the graphical glitching. It was a little bit tedious, so yeah. Okay, we're back, and this time around I hope I will have better luck in setting up a maneuver node. So add maneuver, let's see. Yeah, here we go. Okay, wait up, and somewhere around here. Look! Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Right. So rather than me, dilly-dallying too much on the how to set up and everything, I figured just set up a rendezvous node and then go for the docking directly. I mean, you have seen me doing this like by now probably well over 100 times, so I don't think there is really a reason, just to repeat it over and over. I think docking is more interesting than just creating a maneuver node, right? So we are relative 18 meters per second relative to the target, and our target should be 3 kilometers in 5 minutes 40 seconds. So let's ditch this guy and right. Now this should make us a lot more maneuverable, but it also messed up our approach because I forgot that it was the top capsule that was, detaching here rather than the bottom one. So yeah, note to myself, be more careful next time. Now I'm just trying to fix my approach back to where it was. This is, by the way, you're looking at some, I think this is our cryogenic motors or something. Mod called. Also, guys, I have a consideration for you to, let me know what you think. I'm actually considering the moment we, land on Laythe and on Duna and just check out how we're standing, of actually wrapping up this series and do something that I've gotten many requests from the actual KSP community and my viewers, and that is doing a completely stock KSP, let's play. And I'm even thinking that we do it like the campaign. So please, let me know what you think. I'd really like to hear from you. And by stock, I mean not even the visual mods, not even the Kerbal engineer, which I'm so much accustomed to, and I'm pretty sure that will lead up to some hilarious moments. But I'm actually willing to take that for, make it a little bit less science, a little bit more, crazy, and hope, what they say, pray and spray. So basically that's my reasoning, and I'm thinking that it might be actually quite fun to see me fail in KSP so many times. So let me know what you think. And we got the physics bump here. Okay, great. So I think I'm going to be time accelerating that to 4 rather than 2, because I'm thinking it will make the docking process look smoother here. So 1.5 kilometers, we are approaching our Kerbal Orbital lab with some much needed supplies. Our relative velocity is 27.5 meters per second, 600 meters out. I already forgot how these stations look. They're quite beautiful. I forgot that I have them. Been so much focused on, Duna, Laythe, Sarnas, whatever, that you actually do forget what wonderful stations we have actually here. So, okay, so which docking port are we gonna select? Well, not the senior, obviously. So I just want to come closer so I can create more awesome screenshots. By the way, guys, for those of you that haven't seen, we have launched the Patreon page, and that's basically where, people get a chance to support this channel and, make donations and stuff on a monthly basis if they desire to do so. And in turn, I will be rewarding them with some higher resolution quality screenshots from my Let's Plays. Hopefully some Discord and ability that we can even maybe later on play online, maybe naval actions, I don't know about KSP, but maybe even challenges on XCOM and stuff. So yeah, definitely I will be paying a little bit more attention to taking some hopefully great screenshots, and those will be available for my Patreons. If you like to see how the screenshot library looks, then look for, GrunfWorks.imager.com, and you will see my old series, the season 1, with all the episodes, all the screenshots, and annotated with links to every single episode. If you have tuned in late, so at the point of season 2 or something else, then I do recommend that you check it out. I think that the season 1, although it was playing the KSP 090, is pretty awesome, so do check it out. Okay, and we have a dock. So that means we will be transferring, apart from screenshots, we will be transferring the supplies now to the station. So let's empty out our supply tanks. So we fully resupply the station. Great. So the water is fixed. Let's put in the oxygen as well, because, why not? That one will take some time, and then we can put in also food. Okay, food is refilled, and oxygen is flowing slowly but painfully. The problem is that in this version of Tech Fuel Balancer, you're doing it by the hundreds, while the total volume is 100,000. So it's like several orders of magnitude, so that's why, transfer takes so slow. So a little bit sorry about that, but you're still seeing that in 4 times acceleration. So consider that when I was watching it was much slower. Okay, the moment we actually transfer all of this, I'm thinking of actually ditching this life support supplies container, because why we would need it? So it's increasing our part count and really doesn't contribute much. It has done its purpose. Time to send it to its, final resting place, which I hope to be some Kerbal ocean. Right, okay, so where are we? Yes, undock. Merrily going back to Kerbal. Alright, just hitting the RCS thrusters and hopefully in an attempt that we deorbit ourselves. Yeah, the periapsis is already way below the atmosphere threshold, so no strangeness here. Let's just fix the view a little bit and say bye-bye Kerbal Orbital Lab. This was just a quick resupply mission. Okay, and if I'm lucky, this will go fast enough so that it burns in the atmosphere and hopefully, you know, just blows up. Okay. Sorry a little bit for the darkness, but things that glow do look better. I'm just holding orbit retrograde and come on, blow up, will you? What do you know? I even have the controls. Come on. Plunge. Okay, let's try and rotate it, see if things fall off. Well, the antenna fell off, but I still have the short-range antenna, which is obviously sufficing because I can do all things of, you know, crazy stuff with this guy. So if I rotate it like this, no, not really. Okay, well, it didn't burn up in the atmosphere. Now we will have to look at it plunging to its fire rate demise. Basically, what I'm waiting for it to do, splat. Because it is coming in the ocean, and I have... There we go. That wasn't so hard now, was it? Okay, now let's take a look at the Duna Pioneer base. Because that's the second one we were having issues with. Okay, here we are. So the water is running out. Really? Why? We have our agricultural module. Well, life support is not running, so let's start the generator. Let's start the drill. Okay. And then, okay, we stop the life support. I'm thinking, so yes, it is still draining the water. Okay. If I start the agroponics, would that make things better? Okay, let's check it out. I thought that this base would be completely self-sufficient. Okay. Dirt drill full. Well, water we have enough for 1 year, so okay, I guess that improves the water situation a little bit. So if I start life support, how does the water fare? It's still going down. If I go with agroponics, well, at least the water is standing still. Oh, it's going up a little bit. Okay, well, that should buy us some time. But ultimately, I'm still thinking of sending the resupply ship, so I think it would be simply a smarter choice to do. Right, so let's go back to the Space Center, and let's build us a ship that can actually do things. So, let's take a look. Right, so let's engineer and build the ship that will be sending us orbital supplies. So, okay. There we go. There we go. Some dedicated life support supplies and some just general. So let's put the adapter. We put it on top. I mean, it's roughly the same version of the ship that I was running just now, but modified that has enough oomph to get to Duna. And in this episode, I think we will be merely, designing it, maybe doing just a quick test to see that it works okay. And then in the next episode, I'll probably be launching it, and then we'll be coming back to our Laythe SSTO. Like I said, guys, really would like your feedback on the KSP stock, because, I mean, this series, although I very much like playing with it and I'm enjoying it, is becoming a little bit tedious in terms of that I have to support my bases, and because I'm playing with life support. So in the next playthrough I will be just playing stock, so there won't be life support, so I wouldn't have to care that much about logistics. It will be more focused on, missions, exploration, contracts and stuff, so... Right. Now let's just put some communitrons. Okay, come on. Well, yeah, you can stick out like a sore thumb, that's perfectly okay. Docking wise, I think it will be working fine. Let's just put the short range antenna. Right, then we want to be putting the landing legs, I guess. Oh, these big ones are too big. Yeah, no. Okay, that's the Landertron, landing pod assembly, landing struts. Yeah, I hope that these guys will do it. Let's just put the docking stuff here. Or maybe just put it like this, because actually I don't need that. Let's put it under the decoupler, because the moment we ran out of fuel I want to be ditching that one so we have lower mass. Right. So I want to be having decouplers. Then I'll put the fuel tanks. I don't know, these seem like a little bit too big. These ones look like they would fit the bill. Right, let's put some nervous. Fuel lines, yep, come on. I just want to make sure that these are liquid fuel only tanks, because, I mean, we really don't care about the oxidizer here now, do we? Okay, check your staging, check your staging, check your staging, as always. We can put some double chutes, because we don't want our precious technology to, oh boy. This doesn't look pretty now, does it? Let's put it this way. Much better. Right, parachutes, because everybody needs chutes. So we'll put these to Duna and to be large ones. Apply to all symmetry counterparts, please. Yes. Deployment altitude 1500. I have bad experiences with Duna where my chutes deploy always too late, and my ship, despite having, chutes, ends up becoming a splat on the surface. So yeah, let's be a little bit extra careful, it doesn't hurt. Okay, some more chutes, and now I can actually, stack them. Yep, and let's put those together with the rest of them and just mark them, yeah, Duna, come on. Apply to all symmetry, yeah. I don't know if that will do it. I mean, I still have my nervous for landing, hopefully. I can always detach them at the last second, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, stack decoupler, what do we need now? We need an adapter, not to the 5 meter obviously, but I need a elongated one. Yeah, this one. And then let's put the regular tank. Where's the regular tank? Actually, let's put the fairings now. I'm thinking like procedural fairings. Just start trying to find the correct one. Yeah, and I was also looking at the engines because at some point I've noticed that I don't have fairings from the K4 rocketry, so I was a little bit confused. Doesn't matter, we'll use the procedural ones simply. Right, let's enlarge it to 3.75 meters. Maybe even to 5 meters, you know. Yeah, something like that. And then we put the dual symmetry, egg-shaped fairing. It should be working fine. Okay, that's it. Now we will be putting in the fuel tank, the reaction wheels, the main rocket body, and then the boosters, I guess. I think these Space Y actually look pretty nice. Do we have an upper stage engine? Yeah, I'm looking for something like that. Yeah, upper engine cluster. Looks kind of good. Multimore. Landing system, I don't think we will be needing that one. Protective fairing. Landing leg, adapter. I guess I was trying to find the interstage. Then I realized, holy crap, I'm missing a vital component, which is like either a heat shield or, in our case, the balut. So yes, balut is actually very much needed to decelerate us to the point of slowing down in the atmosphere higher up. We don't want our engines or our food or whatever wonderful things we are carrying to Doudna, we don't want them to blow up. Right, so we have the interstage. Oh, this just doesn't work now, does it? No, not really. I guess I'll just put a decoupler underneath. I was really trying to get a nice interstage. Right, let's just put a adapter. Right, meaty chunk of the rocket, followed by the multi-petite engine cluster. Checking the staging, making sure that that one is looking okay. Right, so we need a big decoupler, or two big decouplers. Triple packed, I'm pretty sure that those will be doing the job fine. And then I want a big ass thrusters. I think these are the biggest ones I could find. Okay, let's angle them like this. Just fixing up final parts of the staging. Long retracting clamps. Right. Just doing the final checks on the staging. I think we'll need some reaction wheels. I'm gonna put a couple because I'm thinking that this is a meaty rocket, so might as well have some control over it. Right, so we'll call this one Utility Rescue Supplies Rocket Mark 1 Duna. Let's simulate it, see how it will work. We'll basically just simulate its ascent into orbit. I will not be simulating other components because it's a probe, and yeah, if it fails, well, then my Kerbals will starve. I hope not, but we have still backup the Discovery ship from the Orbital, which we can bring down to the surface of planet, and I'm thinking I will probably do. Successful launch. The thrust weight is a little bit high-ish on it. Kicking the engine. Three, two, one, go! And we have made slight modifications to the original design where we have added fins, and I have adjusted the thrust weight a little bit so that the initial thrust weight is not so insane. This will help us balance out our rocket, hopefully make a smoother launch, and yeah. So far it looks promising, but now I've noticed that my liquid fuel consumption is gonna, well, my main rocket is gonna run out of juice before my boosters even. So I'm actually thinking of reducing the throttle or shutting down my main thruster completely until the solids burn out. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm just using my winglets to steer, or stabilizers. And the reaction wheels. Okay, we are coming up on the booster separation. In 3, 2, 1, and go. There we go. And now kicking the main engine until we get 100-kilometer apoapsis. There we go. Now let's just set up a maneuver node for the circularization and test that the coupling works well, after which I will be probably scheduling this one for the launch procedure. So, jettison the fairing, yes, enabling the communitron. Why do I always do that to myself? I usually hotkey it to 1, but yeah, I don't know why. Right, so we have 1300 meters per second to burn. I'm kicking in the gas, but I forgot one detail, that I no longer have these boosters, but rather a different one. So I'm using these boosters, which have slightly less oomph, but still I think we have a total of 2,500 meters per second, so you know, fuel economy wise, we are golden. It's just a matter of burning at the right time. Which honestly I think we're doing, so I think we're okay. Alright, and circularization was done successfully. Yeah, we can definitely have more than enough oomph to actually get to Duna, so I'm not overly concerned. Great, let's just test the decoupling and then we'll be wrapping up for this episode, I guess. Okay, detaching, let's test the staging. Yes, the nervous motors work. Another staging test. Decoupling this, yes, still works. Awesome. And final separation. Great. That's it, guys. So, if you like the episode, hit subscribe for more KSP content, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you very much for watching. This is GrunfWorks, signing off.